We are here with Kristin Palmer, candidate for New Orleans City Council, District C. Kristin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm running for City Council, New Orleans District C. I'm actually one of 8 children. My father was a federal prosecutor. My mother was a school teacher. They had all 8 of us in 8 years, and I'm actually the second oldest. So that's actually created a lot of cooperation that you have to learn about through your family and through being one of 8 children. And we had a very warm and loving family that really also based a lot of our strengths on service and what we can do within the community with the gifts we've been given. And with that being said, that's really what led a lot of my work into public service and volunteerism over the years.
Tell us a little bit about what you've done.
Well, at a younger age, right out of college, I actually volunteered in the St. Thomas housing developments doing adult literacy, which I'm very passionate about. Then by the time I was about 26, I became director of Christmas in October, which was a program to improve the quality of life of our low-income elderly and physically disabled homeowners. And we did that through home repair that was accomplished by volunteers. And this was before the storm. And that was a wonderful program. I probably worked with over 17 different neighborhood groups across the city during that period. And then in around 30, I decided to stay home and raise a family. And I have 3 daughters. Talbot, JoJo, and Greer, and now they're 11, 10, and 7, respectively. And that was a wonderful experience to be able to have that opportunity to stay home with my kids. And while we did that, we really noticed that there was a lack of good quality public spaces for our children in our playgrounds. They were in deplorable condition. So I really kind of gathered up a band of other mothers, and we started a nonprofit called Confetti Kids. And we raised funding and we redid our parks in our neighborhood, which became such a wonderful asset for the children and for the community at large. It brought a lot of different families together. It really became reflective of who we are as a neighborhood and as a community. And that actually spurred more people to move and select Algiers Point for a neighborhood in which they wanted to live in. So that was a wonderful experience. And also through that time, I've always stayed in touch with renovations and construction. And I privately renovated about 10 properties in our community, in our neighborhood, one of which was a vacant and blighted storefront that I did a build out for a restaurant on the downstairs and residential on the 2nd floor. And I went through the entire process working with the community and with City Hall in order to change zoning and get conditional uses. And it was a very long and arduous process, but we feel that it was worth it. And it was wonderful to be able to have economic development in a small neighborhood restaurant for our community. So that was a wonderful experience. And then when my children became school age, I also started focusing on our public school issues. That was my first foray into politics, was going door to door and grassroots, canvassing for a parent that I felt would be good at the school board level. And we were successful, and I kind of been very involved in school issues ever since, being on my children's PTSA board, chairing a capital campaign for an arts-based facility for my children's school. And then from there, you know, I went back after the storm, after Katrina, and I became director of Rebuilding Together New Orleans, which is a program, again, to improve the quality of life of our homeowners, but actually